Parents were the ones that were there and had the invitation. They waited to open it till I got home, and so definitely was just such a surprise. When I was out in Arizona, I got the call, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. So yeah, I don't think that there's words to describe. This has really been a dream come true since I was really young, and so it's just been a really cool couple days soaking it all in.
What was it like just to come home to that? I mean, it's you qualified by your individual play and by your skill set and everything you've done, but to come home and actually see that piece of mail on your counter, what was that like?
Just really like no words. My dad like had left it up on like our mantle, like waiting for us to get home, and so yeah, it was just so cool being able to rip it open. It's just like, it was just, yeah, I've been seeing it on social media over the past couple of years. It's like been going on for a couple of years now, so I see it on social media. It's the same invitations every year, so I kind of knew what it was looking like, but it was just so cool to open the seal and see it for myself.
When you hear the words Augusta National, what does that mean to you?
I think it's just, you know, the mecca of golf. It really is, and for a lot of people, even non-golfers, it just means so much to them to be able to go and walk the grounds. It's honestly a bucket list item for even non-golfers, and so for a true golfer, it's honestly another level, and to have that experience, even to just go, is amazing. And so to be able to play there has been like a dream since I was little, like very young. And I played in the drive, chip, and putt there 2017 and 2018. But it's obviously a little bit of a different experience. You're just hitting a couple shots, and so to be able to play the full round is just going to be amazing, surreal.
I mean, you've played at almost every big tournament on every big stage, minus turning pro.
Yeah.
Where does this one rank in terms of, like, I know you played for the U.S. Women's Open. I think you played the Women's Amateur. I mean, just for all the big tournaments you played in, where does this rank?
This is number one for me. It's actually crazy. I was talking about this with my family, and they were asking, you know, where this one ranked, and it's close because the U.S. Open was so amazing, but I would say this takes the cake. It's just, you know, playing at a women's event at Augusta. That's a new thing in the last couple of years. Before, obviously, it was just the Masters, and so to be a part of, honestly, like making history in the first couple of years and being able to play as a woman at Augusta, I think that just takes the cake for me.
Does this obviously be your first time at Augusta?
So not my first time on the grounds, because I was there in 2017 and 2018 and hit like a couple putts, drives, chips for the drive, chip, and putt, but this will be my first time playing.
What do you think that experience would be like when you drive up the driveway and realize I'm going to be playing this course the same as the top players in the world?
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be so cool. Magnolia Lane was amazing when I drove down, but being able to actually step out, know I'm going to be playing around and have all the feels, it's going to be so cool. I think it's going to be awesome, even more special just to have my family there, and my fiance is going to be caddying, is going to be on the bag. So it's going to be just a really cool experience, and I'm really excited to soak it all in.
You've had quite the year. I mean, you're coming off a little over, not quite a year ago, you won the Big Ten individual side. Where has your game kind of progressed, and where have you gotten better since last year?
Yeah, I think golf is just really a game of ups and downs, and so I had a really, really good fall, which kind of catapulted me to this invitation. And but you know, obviously right now is during an off-season period, so you just kind of keep trying to keep the game really sharp, gain a little bit of distance, spend a lot of time in the weight room, so a bunch of different things there. And honestly, it'll be exciting to get back out on the course to kind of get a feel for where we're at, but sometimes it takes a couple tournaments to get back into the swing of things. So I think it's just accepting the ups and downs and just trying to improve like 1% each day.
What do you do now to keep your game in shape? Obviously the weather here doesn't allow you to be outside. I mean, I know you guys have a facility over by the fairgrounds, but what do you do to keep your game in shape right now?
Yeah, we have amazing facilities over on St. Paul campus behind Les Polstad on the range there, and so I spend a lot of time there. Even during the off season, I'm only 25 minutes from campus, and so I drive up here, spend a couple hours there. It's nice we get to open the bays, be able to hit outside during the cold months, so that's really, really nice. And we also have a really good putting green, so I actually practice on that putting green even during the summer because it's just so realistic to what an outdoor course would be like. So I love it there. I spend a lot of time there, and then obviously also a little bit in the weight room during this time.
What's sort of been the response since it became official? I know that the golf account tweeted out yesterday. I think probably the closest people to you've already known for some time.
Yeah.
What's been the response since it became official from like friends, people, social media, that type of thing?
Oh yeah, it's so cool. Well, it's kind of funny because the way the rankings, it's based on a ranking system to get in, so we kind of had an idea coming into the December or so, like that I would be in it. So some of my close family knew, but I was trying to keep it under wraps just in case anything happened. It's not official. And then now that it's that it's funny because some people knew, some people didn't, and so but just getting like a ton of responses, and it's really cool. There like so many people, like I'm just really blessed to have such great people in my life, but they're so happy for me, and it's gonna be fun to have some of them out there while I'm playing.
Like big names or famous people that you've heard from?
No, not that I can think of. I mean, my coach Matt. No, I don't think anyone famous. No.
Obviously, you're still also a competitor. I mean, you're looking to go out and do as well as you can in this thing, if not try to win it. How do you sort of manage, holy crap, I'm at Augusta, I'm on the first tee at the Masters versus I'm here to win? Like, how do you balance both of those?
Yeah, I think it's having, I think it's first of all having really good expectations. You know, for me, I'm going into it just to have a really good time, and that's the number one priority, to make memories. But also I just think that leading up to it, in the months leading up to it, that's when you really stress the practice, put a lot of extra time into it, and I think that's when you focus on like, okay, this is what I need to do to make the goals happen of potentially winning that. And but once you get there, I think it's just soaking it all in. You can't add. That's how I've always like looked at tournaments, is just a lot of prep leading up to it, and then once you're there, you just try your best. You've done everything you can to put yourself in a position to win.
And I assume you also get maybe a practice round or two to sort of get all that out of the way.
Yes, yeah, it's actually cool the way this tournament works. So you play practice rounds at a different course other than Augusta, then you play 2 rounds of a tournament at a course in Augusta, not Augusta National, called Champions Retreat, and then you have a day off of the tournament and you play a practice round in Augusta, and then those that made the cut play the final round. So it's kind of weird and choppy in like that sense, where you have a little bit and then a little bit more, but so it'll be really fun. So that gives everyone a chance for everyone to play Augusta, even those that didn't make the cut. But yeah, it will be interesting playing 2 different courses and trying to get a feel for practice rounds of both.
Do you get any sense of how to play that course based off of you've been watching the Masters? I know you said you've been on the grounds before.
Yeah.
So do you have any sort of pre-course experience going in?
Honestly, no. I know it's really hilly, so I'm mentally preparing for that. It's a lot hillier than it seems like on TV. I've heard that a lot, but I'm honestly have really like no idea what I'm going to be getting into. I played some courses down in the area, so I know like similar grasses and what that should be like, but obviously nothing is like Augusta National, so it'll be another level, and I'll have to figure it out once I get there.
I was going to say, what's that like to know, like, CBS is already doing promos for the
yeah.
Like, you know, start of the calendar year, those promos already start. If you see those, it's like, I'm going to be playing that course. What's that whole dynamic like?
Yeah, I mean, it's really amazing. You know, I think it's like kind of what I was alluding to earlier, is so many people don't even, that aren't even golfers or wouldn't even know of a lot of different tournaments, know of the Masters. And so to have that experience of being like, hey, like I'm actually going to play there, it's just really cool. I think a lot of people, it's definitely like a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I'm definitely going to make the most of it.
Did you ever think something like this would be possible when you started playing college golf?
When I started playing, so when I was growing up, this event didn't exist, and so it was always just a dream to get out and play there. And then I think about 5 years ago or so, this event came to fruition, and so coming into college, yes, it was definitely a goal to be able to get into this event, and honestly, like my number one goal in amateur golf.
What hole are you most excited to play?
I'm really excited for Amen Corner. I think it's going to be amazing. I just keep thinking about that whole little stretch right there, and I was out there watching, and so I've been able to see it, and it's just incredible. But to be able to play that par 3, it's just going to be insane.
You try to replicate Tiger's chip in on 16?
We will try our best. Actually, we're going to try not to miss the green. But yeah, it'll be, I think honestly, I have heard different things about how the course is just, some of the greens just work even differently than you would think. And so it'll be interesting to see that out on the course, where you think it breaks left, it actually breaks right. So it'll actually be really cool to see that and see kind of what the pros talk about there. So I'm just really excited to have that experience.
You know what club are you going to use?
What club I'm going to use?
Yeah,
I don't know. Hopefully all of them. I'm not sure.
No, for the par 3.
I don't know what the distance is. I don't know what the distance is. Yeah. Yeah. So it's not like the men's. If we were playing the men's tees, I don't think I'd get over the water.
Well, what is the men's?
It's probably like around 200 or like a little under 200, something like that. We would not be playing that. If I had to guess, it's probably going to be closer to like 140, and then I would hit like the 7-iron or something. So.
Well, I guess we'll wrap up with, you sort of touched on it in the middle, but just what's the overall goal? I mean, obviously you're going to soak in every moment, you're going to have the most fun you can, but what's the goal?
I think that is the goal, really, just to soak in the entire experience with family and friends, and just make a lot of memories, take lots of pictures. I think just soaking it all in, when I look back, I think this is something that I'll be able to share with my kids and grandkids for years to come, and so I'm just really going to be enjoying those memories.